No, a fear boner is when you're so scared you develop an erection.
It's fear erection. It's a fear erection.
That's where they got the term "scared stiff."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true. That is where it comes from. It's not rigor mortis. It's just a hard-on.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Connor.
Welcome, everyone, to the Lesser Known People podcast. I'll be your presenter today. I am Connor. With us today, we have the former host of the Where the Fuck is Tom show, Mr. J Money. We have the beautiful and talented Ryan, Big Cat, the hilarious Kyle, and of course, the man who needs no introduction, Sean.
The magic carpet ride himself.
Yeah, just don't introduce me next time. That way I'll be more realistic.
Yeah, like, oh, also I'm here, guys.
So today we are going to talk about a man, well known in the computer circles.
No more horse fucking.
With that intro, I immediately have no idea who we're going to be talking about.
Digitized horse fucking.
This time there's just a little bit of butt stuff.
Okay.
Just enough.
I love just a small amount of butt stuff.
Yeah.
Like in the morning.
I need a dabble of butt stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just a little dabble.
I want one drop of butt stuff with my morning coffee.
Like if you were to compare size, the butt stuff would be the size of a Cheez-It. You know what I mean? And that would be the amount I could take right now.
Just
like a dollop on the side.
Yeah. So Justin prefers like Folgers level butt stuff. Just a little bit of Folgers in. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That makes sense. Yep. I just imagine a jingle goes off when you put your finger in your butt as you're jacking off. That's
exactly what happens.
Butt stuff in your cup.
Oh, Big Cat, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
go.
ma'am.
Big Cat.
Woo.
I got these little T-Rex arms. It's really hard to diddle my own butthole.
Let's keep in mind, Connor has yet to introduce. I interrupted him right before he was going to introduce the person.
I know. I'm sorry. All right, Connor.
We know it's going to be long now. We know it's going to be a long
It's going to be a long one. Yep.
Our subject is John McAfee. He is the founder of McAfee Antivirus.
I have actually heard of this.
Yeah, and Ryan knows a lot about the internet.
He does. Resident expert.
I have Gmail accounts. You won't believe it.
Accounts. There's an S. That's plural. More than one.
Accounts. Numerous. Bunnyporn123@gmail.com. Absolutely. That's me. You're out there cruising the internet. DragonOnDragon@gmail.com. That's also me. Okay. All the animal from Animal Crossing sex@gmail.com. That is also me.
That wagon bee dragon.
Tom Nook Dong, that is also me. Okay, that's also an Animal Crossing reference. So, just so you guys.
Wow.
Connor, please tell me that John McAfee and what's his Kaspersky? I can't remember his first name. Have a fist fight one day.
Ooh, that's another actually good topic. The Kaspersky guy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Wait, who's Kaspersky?
Kaspersky is like the Russian version of McAfee.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So you got John McAfee on board here.
Yeah, so I'll go through his background real quick. He's born in 1945 in the UK on a U.S. Army base to an American soldier, English wife. They moved back to the U.S. after the war. He graduates college in 1967 with a mathematics degree.
Nerd.
He works for NASA, Univac, Xerox, Lockheed, standard nerd stuff.
Yeah, I sound like a fucking asshole now.
Swinging dicks.
I just feel like I got his lunch money hearing that story, honestly.
I smell urine in old jeans, like shaking this kid down as he pees his pants.
I can hear corduroys zipping in the background.
In 1987, he founds the McAfee antivirus company. They sort of developed that product. They go public in 1992. And then 2 years later, in 1994, he resigns and sells all of his stock.
Oh, interesting.
Crazy. Is there a reason? Is there some kind of spooky backstory to this?
I mean, to hear him say it now, he pretty much just hates the software. He thinks it's a piece of shit.
Well, didn't he?
And he didn't want his name associated with it, but they just kept it on because he was no longer a director of the company, whatever he was.
Oh my God.
But he made a lot of money off of it.
I'm sure.
And so the rest of this story really kicks off with him just being this eccentric millionaire. So through the rest of the 90s, he works at various startups. They have the .com bubble, all that stuff. he stays pretty quiet until the 2010s. So in I guess in 2009 he retires to Belize just because he's tired of working with computers. He wants to retire. So doing the research, he lost quite a bit of money in the 2008 financial crisis.
Oof.
So I'm pretty sure he just retired to say, okay, I have a few million left. I'm going to go to Belize. I'm going to live like a baller.
Yeah, definitely.
He has a private villa, and he basically just packs this place with, guns, bodyguards, prostitutes, drugs.
Fuck yeah. I was going to say hookers and blow.
Yeah.
In my villa in Belize.
Is Belize like a super dangerous place?
I mean,
depends on where you go.
I don't know.
Yes.
Odd background about Belize. It's one of those countries where it has some really severe poverty and crime, and then other aspects that are completely fueled by tourism. I went to school with a kid who came from Belize because his family essentially had done a bunch of tourism down there for years, and he moved back here after his dad died in a massive tsunami or something, or not tsunami, a typhoon or something. But anyways,
Belize.
yeah.
Wow, great story, Big Cat. Really good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, okay, yeah. Thanks, Kyle. What? Tell me a joke, dude. Maybe you won't screw it up this time.
I was waiting for this. I knew that KY and Big Cat were going to go at it today.
On the surface, it was just on the surface. Be water, my friend. Steady.
I tried to be nice, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
Tear out throat.
I just want our listeners to know I love Kyle dearly. He is one of my brothers. So severely, I love this man. Okay.
Throats and scroats.
Yeah.
Throats.
We have a very fuck me, fight me relationship.
Mm-hmm. Fuck me, fight me is really just an ethos.
It's like stirring a pot of mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I hate that reference. It just grosses me the fuck out. Oh my God.
This,
And I drink butthole when I fucking have coffee, okay?
That's right.
I try to say butt stuff. I come out as butthole.
You sound like a robot butthole right now.
I am.
He looks like a robot butthole. Look
Yeah.
at that. Okay, he's better now. He's better.
Yeah, you kind of froze for a second there, and it was right during butthole.
Exactly. The next Blade Runner will just be fucking robot butthole being eaten out the whole time.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours of it. Just Ryan Gosling with his blank face, just eating robot butthole the whole time.
Sounds like you left a fucking spoon in your garbage disposal, though. Oh, okay. So McAfee.
Yeah. McAfee is in Belize doing a whole shitload of drugs. His drug of choice from a few forum posts that he's been linked to is a drug called MDPV.
It sounds like HPV's like sinister cousin.
Yeah, it's apparently it's like a type of amphetamine or barbiturate. I don't know.
So
It's
MDPV, not MDMV, not ecstasy.
right.
Okay.
But I mean, it's more commonly referred to as bath salts.
Fuck yeah, bath salts.
Party.
Good.
Fuck
Hell yeah.
God,
I know
trying to
exactly
eat
what that is.
Faces
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, no, Sean's
Yeah,
right. People eat faces when they take bath
do.
salts.
You turn into
Yeah.
a fucking monster on it.
That's incredible.
And he says the preferred way to take it is a process called shelving.
Oh, tell me it's in the butt. Tell me it's in the butt.
Oh,
It's in the butt.
It's in the butt.
Yes!
Is it just like a coffee enema, except it's 100% bath salts?
It's like the way he was describing it is like you lick your finger to get it wet, and then you press on the dose, which is like 3 to 5 like milligrams. So it's like not a lot, and then you just like stick your finger up your butt, and that's
It's
it.
that simple, huh? It's that simple.
It's that easy.
Just get it right up in there.
Can you imagine walking into a party and like into a room and being like, man, there's a lot of people like absent-mindedly fingering their butts in that room, like, and they're all having just random like standard conversations while they're doing it.
But why do you guys have your fingers up your butts? Oh, I get it now.
Oh, it's drugs.
Drugs.
I don't know why, but when I think about like, you know, someone doing like a finger full of like, you know, whipped cream or something. They kind of do that. I just imagine their butts doing that.
their butthole lips are coming out and sucking on the finger.
That's good drugs. Yum, 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 yum.
No one does it to themselves.
That is what your butt does when it tastes drugs. It's just the only thing my butthole does: abuses toilet and drugs. Those.
Abuse one, punish the other.
I have no negative comment about that joke. Terrific joke. Terrific joke.
Oh, thanks, Kyle, because he's a guy who knows how to not tell a joke.
I know a lot about jokes and mainly bad joke telling tonight. Apparently.
Just a fun fact: MDPV was actually legal in the U.S. up until 2011.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It was sold in gas stations. You could just buy it over the counter.
Yeah.
You buy it with like
I do
K2
remember
and
that.
spice and all that shit.
On the news, it was a big deal when they pushed to ban it, right?
It was it was sold in a head shop in Oceanside, California when I was stationed there.
Do you know something about that? You're not
Yeah.
acting funny or anything.
Justin takes a bite out of his own arm.
And I just want you to know this right now. Up till 2011, I was having the best time of my fucking life, and then life ended after that. Okay, I got
Yeah.
banned. So
I've been sad ever since.
yeah, I've been depressed ever since.
Well, K2 was a big thing when synthetic THC was a big thing.
Yeah.
K2 was a big thing like in the military because they couldn't test for it. So all of us regular folks were doing like K2, and then someone was like bath salt. Let's do that. And I guess there was some bad reactions. So I never did it, but I did hear about it. I knew where I could get it. I just never needed to go down that road.
Were there any serious crazy shit that happened in the military with your folks?
Not that I never knew anyone, but I would smoke the fuck out of some K2
Okay.
when I was teaching recruits, by the way. I don't care. I'm out of the military. They can suck my nuts.
So what is K2? You tripping balls, or is it like?
Yeah,
K2. What is it
K2
similar to?
K2 is supposed to be synthetic THC. They pretty much take potpourri and spray it with the shit, and then you smoke it. It's quite a bit more intense than THC. It does not last as long. You're high for like about an hour, and it's a hallucinogen, super intense. I remember taking a picture of a potato like 300 fucking times. Like I had 300 pictures of this fucking potato. Because the eye of the potato looked like a real fucking eye. It was crazy.
Yeah. I always think that when I look at potatoes.
Yeah. I think this
always
motherfucker's looking at me.
They're staring at me like, I'm going to eat you because you're fucking staring at me.
So there might be a difference here, though. K2 and salvia were out at the same time. K2 is like a synthetic weed, and it would give people like heart palpitations and do weird stuff to their hearts. That's where they cut it out. Salvia was the hallucinogenic. You would take 1 or 2 hits of that. You thought you were blasting out into space, and the whole world became a Lego playground. Like they were two different things, but they were both legal at that same time, and people were just hooting and hollering over whatever they could put in a bowl and smoke.
Yeah, Sean is a marijuana purist.
I just want to smoke normal weed. It came out of the ground.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I believe it.
So it honestly is an argument I could always get behind, to being like, man, I fucking know what it is. God damn it. And let me smoke it. There's a plant. Son of a bitch. It's not that complicated. I mean, if Connor's dad and my dad can figure it out, holy fuck.
I mean, it's just a plant. You put it in the ground, it
It's
grows.
literally weed.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Weed.
Yeah. I have this weird thing. I'm not like a paleo guy, but it's like, God damn it. If Native Americans were doing it, Jesus Christ, it's probably fucking fine. Like, I mean, come on now.
You're talking
Give
about
me-
peyote? Your peyote?
Give me some straight synthesized fucking mescaline. Straight mainline it.
I will never see you again, my friend. You will be gone. You will go
Yeah,
to
Sean knows
somewhere
more
and
than that.
never see you again.
You guys know Aldous Huxley? He wrote a Brave
Yeah.
New World.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He also wrote a book called The Doors of Perception, which is all about him just doing mescaline out in the desert for months on end.
I gotta check that out. I didn't know he did that.
Ryan's like, I'm gonna trip via a book. Isn't that interesting? I think books are the ultimate drug.
All right, let's
Oh,
get back
God.
here to
Oh,
McAfee.
All right, we got pretty far off topic here. Con man, reel us back.
Yeah.
in.
All right. So it's classified as like a Schedule 1 drug in the U.S. in 2011, but of course in Belize anything goes. So he's down in Belize, having the time of his life, sex parties. And from what I can gather, he spends a lot of his time like trying to synthesize this drug, like either on his own or he's just trying to like further purify it.
What am I doing buying it? Let's just get straight to the horse. No middleman.
Okay, but 2011, how old is this guy if he's born in...
He's born in 45.
45.
Jesus.
Okay,
So
so he's
like 65-ish.
60.
he's like
66.
He's a legitimate old man, 66 year old age, and you
So
are just blowing your brains out on some of this fucking drugs.
Well, blowing your asshole out.
I'm sorry, you're right, blowing your asshole out. Which, for those of us with very sensitive tummies, we do it every fucking day.
Yeah.
If
Welcome to my job.
You put your finger up your butthole?
Oh my god, yeah.
Sometimes to stop it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Plug that bitch up.
Plug the hole. Send money. We'll keep fighting the good fight. Keep going.
Okay, so McAfee, he clearly was a hippie kid. He must have been around during the 60s. This might be his influence, right? LSD.
Yeah, I mean that's what it sounds like. You know, I mean he makes a shitload of money. He retires. What else are you gonna do?
I get drugs. I guess
bang hookers and do cocaine.
Butthole drugs.
Yeah,
Butthole drugs.
Butthole drugs and hookers. Yeah, those are definitely top of my list.
When you're rich, someone else puts their finger up your butthole for you.
Oh, that's actually a really good point.
Imagine signing up for that job. Like, I gotta finger your butthole every 2 hours.
Yeah, but $300 a day, and you get to do your own butthole drug the whole time if you want.
You're a prostitute.
Same finger.
Sign up for whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna dress me like a Nazi and throw shit at me.
I'm paying you, bitch. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. I will say, I feel like that dark reference was pretty well holstered there, Ryan. That was pretty quick coming out.
Very quick coming out.
It's a dark dream.
Out of the gauge, yeah. Well, just wait until I get the fucking drugs up my butt, okay? Because then it's about the.
We're waiting for the drugs to take effect right now.
Yeah.
So when you're the butthole poker, do you use? I'm assuming pointer finger for the boss's butt.
What digit do you use?
You're only allowed to use your pinky for your own butt. That's the boss's rules.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Every other finger belongs to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially
that way
the
he can, taste the rainbow.
Especially the thumb.
Oh God!
It's short but wide.
Close.
I have just a thought of nothing but poopy fingers at one of these parties. There has got to be in the wake of this pandemic. This guy I hope has gallons of fucking hand sanitizer around every one of his parties.
There's just designated truffle butter towels everywhere.
Yeah,
Truffle butter. Ugh, I can't stand it.
God. Oh, so this guy's having a hell of a time fingering his butthole, getting tons of drugs.
In 2012, his neighbor gets murdered by a gunshot to the back of the head.
Whoa! Sorry. Like in his house or
in his house?
That's a hell of a party. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, John McAfee is the prime suspect.
Of course.
Yep.
Obviously, you go to the guy with the prostitutes and the fucking butt drugs.
Yeah,
as the primary. This is predatory. What's going on in Belize?
I bet he did.
Continuing on. So he does what any normal person does. He goes on the run. He disappears for a few weeks.
Always shows innocence going on the run.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, he turns up in Guatemala, and he's at the capital requesting political asylum. So while he's there for a few days. His request gets denied because, of course, what's political about it? And he's being detained there for being in the country illegally because he basically had to sneak in to avoid the Belizean authorities.
My favorite part about that is that Connor paused to say he's seeking political asylum, and none of us got it. Not one of us got the fucking joke. Because Connor has already figured it out. There's nothing political about running away from murder. And we're like, political asylum. Yeah, it's smart. I would do that too.
It's worth a shot. Really.
I have always found that butt drugs are severely political. I meet so many people I disagree with on
strongly partisan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very. This guy is fucking ridiculous, so therefore nothing is shocking at this point for him.
I just imagine him showing him at the Capitol, licking his finger and touching his butt, and licking his finger and touching his butt. I need political asylum.
I need to come in.
So he gets turned down political asylum.
Yeah, so he's being detained in Guatemala, and they're basically attempting to extradite him back to Belize so he can be prosecuted there. And while he's in detention, he fakes heart attacks so his lawyer can buy him time in order to go through the appeals process.
Ooh.
How many heart attacks?
2 heart attacks.
Okay. I
Dang.
guess
That's a reasonable amount of heart attacks.
reasonable amount of heart attacks. Yeah.
It's a reasonable amount of fakes.
You know, if you hear him say it, he says he fakes them. But if you read like the Guatemalan report about it, he probably had either like a severe panic attack or like some type of medical emergency. Probably just from not doing drugs and like having withdrawals.
So he had to lie about faking heart attacks to make himself look better for his actual panic attacks and withdrawal from drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
That is crazy. Yeah.
That's something that like a fucking eccentric drug doing millionaire would do, to be like, no, I faked him because I'm so smart.
That's a fucking Timothy Dexter move right there.
Oh,
That's a
definitely.
Timothy Dexter move.
Yeah. I'm not having a panic attack.
Fucking heart attacks and a bunch of just fucking queefs were out here just doing bullshit.
And I've heard some queefs, let me tell you.
I kept telling everybody to eat their mama's pussies, but they don't speak no English, so
They don't speak English down here, so I'm like, your mama's pussy.
What is it?
Louder, and they understand.
Louder and slower. They get it.
Mamacita's pussy. Jeez.
Meow. Meow. You get it? Yeah. Okay.
Gato. Mamacita's gato. Jeez, Louise.
The other prisoners are just like, this guy keeps meowing at us. I don't know if that's like some sort of like swear or like a curse or something.
He's got his finger in his ass the whole time.
He is sweating a lot, even for a white guy. He's sweating.
He's just. What if it was he's just such a dramatically terrible actor that he's like, oh my gosh, a heart attack. Ha! Just like it's like
Just third grader stage acting.
exactly.
I want to know how like the American portrays in broken Spanish that he's having a heart attack.
Exactly.
Necesito un heart attack.
Yeah.
Hardo attaco.
Un heart. Dos heart attackos.
And
That's what I got right now.
You know, he's just condescending to these people the entire time. He's trying to convince them that he's having a heart attack and or a panic attack.
Right.
Being a complete asshole about it.
Like,
I am extremely wealthy and white and corrupt. I am going to be absolutely condescending to these other people.
well,
I mean, after the first time, they don't even believe him. There's just someone on the POA. Yeah, he's on the ground. No, his finger's in his butt. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
still
white
in there.
devil's doing his
Someone
shit
in.
again. Get this motherfucker out of here.
So his heart attacks buy him enough time where his lawyer can work something out, and he just gets deported back to the U.S.
All right.
Okay.
So he winds up in South Beach, Florida, and his first night back, he gets approached by a prostitute, ends up spending the night with her.
As you do.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
they continue to see each other, and they eventually get married.
fuck yes.
Wow.
I have
my
married every
God.
prostitute I've ever met. Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
So he just murders a guy in Belize, gets arrested in Guatemala, and everyone's just like, all right,
Allegedly murders.
Allegedly murders.
you're right.
Yeah.
He marries a fucking prosy and has a great time about it.
Yeah, like during that whole time that he's being held in not asylum, like Belize never actually found proof about whether he did it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just wanted to bring him in for like questioning.
And he just
And he was just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that, Pod. I'm going.
I don't handle any fucking questions. I handle no questions. Only fingers up the butt. No questions.
I don't even handle that. Somebody else does that for
Someone
me.
else does. I pay women to do that. Jesus.
I imagine like the Policia in Belize are just like, no, we know it's not him. I don't know why he ran. We just want to know if he saw anything.
Yeah, we're like, he lives next door. We want to see if he heard something. We're trying to put a timeline together here.
Honestly, we're wasting so many resources chasing this fucking ballistic idiot. It's impossible right now.
It's fucking gringo.
Well, as it turns out, one of the main side effects of doing this drug MDPV is extreme paranoia.
Okay. All right. All right.
So, you know,
Right? Yep, it's coming
Why not?
together now.
it all starts to click.
There you go.
So he's back in the U.S. for a couple years. By now it's 2014. The Belizean authorities are really no longer considering him, you know, as a suspect or anything like that.
So wait, he really did run for like basically no reason. He left his butthole finger and lifestyle. Or he was probably under extreme suspicion, but they were like, meh, not worth it. The other guy he killed was probably another rich white.
I think we know once you go to a butthole lifestyle, you never go back. That's
true.
what generally is what is said.
And butthole fingering.
Is that correct? Is that correct, Sean?
From what I've seen.
He was like, how do I redirect?
It was Kyle. Kyle does it. Look at Kyle.
Yeah.
You're right. KY. Your name is KY Chelly.
I can tell you, gentlemen, personally and publicly, that I have got a special made fist with simply the index finger extended that is ready to be dipped and dolloped in all sorts of fun things, and then possibly has a suction cup on it currently in my shower. So we're just having a fun time.
Honestly,
is it in the mold of a horse penis?
Yeah, I just have, God, you beat me to it, you beautiful man. Beautiful man.
No, I'm not a monster. It's in the shape of a human fist. All right, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't shit unless you have a wolf dildo in the shower.
I know that. I've never claimed it. I live my life. I live my truth, one fingered butthole at a time.
You live a pussy truth. That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just imagining like a giant foam finger, like we're number one.
Yeah. And I'm just backing my bare ass into it after having dipped it into fucking crystal meth or whatever. Like,
We are number one. Go,
Just
Jay.
like cramming the foam up in there.
I like the work it takes. I don't want it to be easy. And my wife is just screaming about the hot water I'm using. Fucking hell. Get a moment's peace.
But honestly, it does feel good when the hot water's burning the skin and you're getting
Yeah, cleanse the soul. Yeah.
That's Catholic. Yeah. Finger up the butthole, burning the skin. That's Catholic.
Yep. And then running through the street calling everybody else homosexual because you're scared of your own sexuality.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we've all heard about the Knights of Templar. That's how that worked. Yeah, definitely.
But
I turned around to grab a beer and I came back into this conversation.
that's what you get for leaving it, man. You got to be right on top.
You got to be right on top. This went a lot of different directions.
So okay. He did the Guatemala thing in South Beach, married a sex worker. A couple years later, they're still married though, and we're in like what 2014 or some shit.
Yeah, still married. So the thing wraps up in Belize. You know, they seize all of his assets. All of his properties mysteriously burned down. Sorry. Weird how that happens.
That's fucking kooky dookie.
God.
And he spends like 2015, 2016 really just like kind of on the run, but just really paranoid that he thinks that the drug cartels in Belize are really the ones pulling the strings for the government, which it's not that far-fetched, but
Right.
he's pretty convinced that these drug cartels are out to get him.
Why?
And, because he did a shitload of ass drugs, and now he's super paranoid.
Okay. I was like, did he like change? I imagine him like creating this new ass drug that is just taking over the streets of Belize that no one else knows about. So the cocaine and the other shit that anyone else would normally do, they're now turning to butt drugs. And McAfee is making all his fucking money off of it. And now the cartels want to murder him.
That sounds like a good spin-off show.
Yeah.
We should get that greenlit.
I just wrote my first book.
I think Fox is going to buy that one up.
Yeah. At the very least, I can sell it to like ABC.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. They will eat that shit up.
I need a show with butt drugs, security for the internet, and Guatemalan crossing.
and then coming of age problems.
What do you got?
It's going to bring it together.
What do
The
you got?
silence after internet security fucking kills me. Everyone's just like, wait, oh my God, that's right. He invented that thing. Fucking shit. That's how he made the money. Yes, that's okay.
That's how he gets the money. Okay.
That's the money to afford all the weird sex butt stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So he's back in the U.S. and he goes back to work. He starts, founding these like cryptocurrency startups. shit like that, trying to make more money.
What year was this when he's doing the cryptocurrency stuff?
This is 2016.
Okay,
so that's
so
kinda
he's
right
like
at the
on the
cusp,
cusp of he's like on the cusp of Bitcoin.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Crazy. I just thought maybe he came back and was like, you know what? Fuck McAfee. I'm making Norton now.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Guess what? QuickBook Pros. Here we go.
So he's doing that for a while, and as a side gig, he starts getting into politics.
Oh boy.
He runs in the 2016 primary for the Libertarian Party.
Oh my God. God damn it.
Yeah, the only libertarian in the group screams.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts me. All right, I get it. Look, we make ourselves look bad. All right, go ahead.
He actually did pretty good. He got second place. He just lost to Gary Johnson.
Oh, not too bad. Yeah. Some people default voted for Gary Johnson because the two fucking reptilians who were actually in the running, so Gary Johnson, he gets a nod.
Yeah, I don't like this conversation anymore. Okay.
But it does put him in leagues with our good friend Joe Exotic.
Oh, that's right.
That's the 2016 election.
That's right.
And Joe Exotic's a goddamn true patriot and a true libertarian, honestly.
Stop it.
Indeed, he really is.
Just J Money, these are your people. These are your elected officials.
Oh, I hate all of you, and I hate all politicians. That's how I.
J Money, I love you. You know it, baby. We know it. It's all in good fun, baby.
That's right.
The libertarian crowd just draws the worst people. It's like, damn it. No matter how good your heart is, you're doing butt drugs.
With butt
You're
drugs.
fucking tigers with butt drugs.
Sean, cross the streams.
Yep.
That's how you get crazy tigers. You put butt drugs into the cats.
Honestly, the more butt drugs you do, the more tigers will come.
Do you mean come to you or come at you?
Multiple entendre.
You take it how you want it, Kyle. You take it how you want it.
And that's what the tigers say.
That is what the tigers say when they look at me.
When they look at me.
So
All right, Connor, we're fucking this up bad. Let's just go.
So, I mean, he loses, right? He goes back to his cryptocurrency thing. In 2017, he makes a prediction. Let me pull this tweet up here to see exactly what he says.
And we all love predictions. We love them.
Yep, they're always true. 100%.
And this is his tweet. When I predicted Bitcoin at $500,000 by the end of 2020, it used a model that predicted 5,000 at the end of 2017. Bitcoin has accelerated much faster than my model assumptions. I now predict Bitcoin at 1 million by the end of 2020.
Wasn't Bitcoin actually involved in basically bailing out Venezuela at one point? Do you remember that story?
I know that a lot of countries invested into Bitcoin.
Okay.
And the Bitcoin did really well in some areas, and a lot of economists was like, "Oh, you're going to invest in something that doesn't exist." Okay.
Yeah.
Because
it sounded fucking crazy, but then for whatever reason, Venezuela somehow actually floated themselves on the capital that was in Bitcoin.
They might have. I don't really know. I know Venezuela is one of the strangest governments on the face of the planet.
Well, there is that. I'm sorry, Connor. Continue. I apologize. I'm just making stuff up. I've done so many butt drugs right now.
Yeah, it's mainly the butt drugs that get you.
The drugs are taking effect.
Yeah, he's a super sweet guy.
Yeah, butt drugs are just, they're all in my
Big cat's got big fingers. Big fingers move a lot of butt drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Big fingers in my big butt right now. Yeah.
We could, yep. All right, go ahead, Connor.
The end of this tweet, he says, if this prediction doesn't come true, I will eat my dick on national television.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
That's the butt drugs talking right there.
I am glad we waited for it.
I don't feel bad about interrupting at all now because that was the massive payoff right there.
That was amazing.
Anyone who tweets out, "I'll eat my own dick on television."
Did he eat his dick? Because Bitcoin's worth nothing now.
He still has time.
Oh,
because it's the end of 2020.
Okay,
right.
all right.
And there's a website, dickening.com timer.
Oh my God.
There are 186 days, 20 hours, 23 minutes, and 40 seconds left.
Oh my God.
for his prediction to come true.
until McAfee's gonna eat his own dick.
Well, I
On
mean,
TV.
yeah, I mean, he said that it was like just a ruse
Oh,
in
sure.
order
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah, I would say that too. I want you to admit
You know.
you're high on butt drugs when you said you're gonna eat your own dick. Now,
Exactly.
then again, if you were in a position where if you had to eat your own dick or you're forced to eat your own dick under various circumstances, taking butt drugs is probably the best way to do it.
Truth.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yep.
I'm Googling the value of Bitcoin.
Please
And
don't.
I will Google how many fingers can I fit up my butthole.
I have seen some documentaries. The answer is all of them.
Documentaries, are they mostly on Pornhub?
These are Pornhub. These are mainly Pornhub documentaries.
Documentary.
I think I've seen those too,
Documentary,
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those women are so talented.
Yes.
Men too.
And men, a lot of the men are very talented.
So we have to wait and see if McAfee's got to eat his own dick.
Mhm.
Is there anything further that's come out from McAfee?
I'm sorry. What was the final? What did it have to hit for him?
1
to eat his
million.
own dick? Yeah, no fucking way.
What's it at now?
Bitcoin is worth just shy of $9,000,
Ooh.
which is still fucking amazing, by the way.
Very,
I thought it was worth a lot less, to be honest, but it's worth 8,960. One Bitcoin is worth $8,960 US.
So his prediction, and this is for the listeners who don't understand Bitcoin because I do so well, is that each Bitcoin would be worth $1 million. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't even fucking know what a Bitcoin is.
All right, Grandpa, strap on in.
easy, boomer.
yeah, easy boom. A Bitcoin is a drug you put on your finger and you put in your butthole.
Oh, I've heard of that. I've heard of that called something else. I think it's called Daddy's Choice. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
That is
definitely Daddy's
correct.
choice.
Well, according to the Libertarian group, the
God.
Bitcoin is an absolutely fake invented currency that has no fucking backing to it whatsoever.
That's almost completely true. It
Yeah,
is a
it is.
fake invented currency.
It is a
except that it
fake-
does that backing.
Just like the dollars in my pocket. God damn it.
Oh boy, here
We're
we
gonna go down that steep.
Here we go.
I'm just kidding. You got to cut that one, by the way.
No, I'm gonna leave that in because it makes you sound insane.
Don't.
No, don't you fucking keep that. Oh wow.
So I'm going to throw out a few interesting tidbits here.
Yeah.
He claims he has 47 biological children.
What?
He's a fucking mule. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's incredible. You are both infinitely more potent and you come 3 times more when you do butt drugs. That's just, those are facts. Those are
I
facts.
see. This makes
That's why I'm here. I'm primarily the fat guy. So
a lot
Yeah,
of illegitimate Belizean children.
Well,
Mhm.
keep in mind this is a chiefly educational podcast.
this is primarily educational.
Yeah.
primarily educational.
We're learning here.
I think that should be our first T-shirt. Is primarily educational.
Listen to people primarily educational.
I want primarily educational and hand to meat. And
But hand to me should just be smaller font, just beneath the purely educational.
Primarily educational. Put your hand to meat.
Put your hand to me.
Give me the butt drugs. Let me get my dick out. So sweaty out here.
So what other facts you got for us, Connor?
He claims that taxes are illegal.
they are illegal. I agree with that. Yeah.
So, okay, hold up. He doesn't pay them. He just flat out refuses to
Yeah.
pay.
He says that he hasn't paid them since 2010.
I'm going to try that.
Is that true? Can we verify that?
I can verify by the fact that I didn't pay my taxes for the last 5 years, and then just
You
pay
can't
them
say
this
that.
time.
Kyle, you have to edit that.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and edit that. But I'm telling you guys the truth. I didn't. From 2014 to 2019, I did not file taxes. Not a single person came after me to say a goddamn word.
But did you file your taxes this year?
Yeah, for 2019, so I could get the stimulus check.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Did you get it?
Yeah, and I got taxes back too. Fancy.
I mean, the stimulus check they were sending out to dead bodies. You know what I mean?
That's
They're doing
true.
real well.
They
That's
were.
true.
They
You
were
don't even
covering-
need a pulse.
They went for let's get more people than less people on this one.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, I was pre-law undergrad, not a big deal. And there is a pretty famous case, a couple of pretty famous cases. Of course, I can't think of the name of it because that was like fucking 10 years ago. But this guy,
Wow. You were really
yeah.
severe. That's pretty
yeah, I was very good at the law because I don't know any cases. But this guy essentially took it to a state Supreme Court, not the U.S. Supreme Court. He took it to state Supreme Court, and they were like, nah, dude, don't be a fucking idiot. You got to pay your taxes. And then they garnished his wages for 10 years. So go ahead and give it a shot. I have no faith it's going to work. Enjoy your garnishments.
So funny you bring that up.
It's weird.
So, I mean, well, first, let's keep this chronological here. In 2018, he throws his hat in the ring for the 2020 election.
Okay.
As you do.
I will absolutely vote for him. 2020 is a mess. Yep. If you're listening to this in the future, God, we are horrible right now. Please save us, McAfee. Get me out of here. Send money to the podcast. Come on.
Right. So he announces his candidacy, and then a few months later, the IRS catches up to him about all those unpaid taxes and about all of this money made off cryptocurrency, and they're trying to collect on that.
Sure they are.
If you're listening, send money to McAfee, elect him. Let's go. Come on. Let's get him in office.
Yeah, let's start a Patreon for him to erase a millionaire's taxes. Let's do that.
I'm sure that'll go over well right now.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Kyle, you sound like a fucking communist right now, okay?
Socialism doesn't work except with healthcare and taxes, and it keeps people living longer. It's stupid. It doesn't work.
All right, Russia.
Wow.
Fucking Nazi Germany talking. Tell me more about fucking McAfee.
All right, so he throws his hat in the ring in 2018 for the 2020 election.
In the state of Tennessee where he was living, they gather enough evidence for whatever to summon a grand jury to try and indict him on these tax charges. What does he do? He goes on the run again.
He's going on the run again. Of course, yeah. Dude, this guy's got a set of fucking wheels on him. He is out of town when he doesn't like what's happening.
OJ through the airport ain't got nothing on this fucking man right now.
Dude, okay. I bet he did full Batman, skyhooked his way across the fucking Atlantic. Exactly. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
We're out of here.
This time, he's living on his yacht in international waters.
That's the best.
I mean, why not?
And he's gotta dock every once in a while to get food and shit, right?
Yeah, but his presidential campaign is still going.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's still campaigning.
Vote him in. If you're listening, vote this man in.
Vote him in.
Yeah.
Now,
if you're voting absentee, go ahead. Throw it away.
Here's my question. Is he running under the Libertarian flag?
You don't need to ask this question.
I'm not even being, honestly, I'm not trying to be that petty, but I'm pretty sure he would be.
Yeah, he would
have to be.
Yeah.
You can run under an independent or libertarian, which is pretty much independent.
It's pretty much independent. It is independent. Yeah.
He's independently in international waters, shooting every advertisement from the back of his boat.
I didn't know that you could run for presidency by not being in the country. Does that mean like some prime minister from like Laos can run?
It is loose. The only items are you have to be native born and you have to be 35 years of age. Those are the only two items.
Yeah. And then butt drugs.
And definitely butt drugs.
Definitely.
And honestly, I just want to say this about Thomas Jefferson right now. Biggest endorser of butt drugs.
Yeah, that's known. Absolutely. That's how we
and that's that's the thing. As a history teacher, I definitely established with my children. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why they called him the Wizard of Menlo Park.
Yeah. Exactly right.
Butt drugs.
Fingers disappeared up there.
Influential figure on our Constitution. Definitely had a lot of black children. Butt drugs. Those are the only things I tell them. Yeah.
For all of you listening, you know that that's true because this is primarily about education.
This is primarily educational.
It's primarily educational.
Yeah.
Definitely educational.
Connor, could you say it once? Could you say it once with the rest of us?
Primarily educational.
Okay, yep. See, now everybody knows.
Now we have consensus.
Now they believe us. Definitely.
Now they believe us.
We are way off.
Yeah, we're way off. Sorry, Connor. Do you have any more tidbits about Mr. McAfee?
I mean, that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, so we didn't ruin it.
He did get detained during this time in the Dominican Republic for having just like a shitload of guns and ammunition on his boat.
Well, Dominican Republic, they can go fuck themselves. I mean, that's
where can you
polarizing stance, Ryan.
That's an entire That's half of an island. I don't
It's
know.
half an island. It's half an island. Yes. Yeah. You're gonna fuck me about my guns and my ammo. Go fuck yourselves, guys.
I thought this was America.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
One of the
Well, Ryan,
Americans. He gets detained for his guns and his ammo in Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and then like 4 days later, they release him, and they're like, "Go on your way. Don't ever come
Keep
back."
his guns? Does he get to keep his guns?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
bitch.
But all he did was
I mean, he
dump a
basically
bunch
just
of his-
docked there for like food and like gas.
Yeah.
I need
And then
food
he-
and gas. Oh,
He
you'll
emptied
detain.
out his fucking latrines in the fucking bay and was like, "Peace, bitches," and was gone.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, I would for sure have like a fucking a dinghy or whatever. That's what I would take in. No one can stop me and search my boat because look, there's a dinghy. Get the fuck out. Give me my salami and my butt drugs. I'm going back to my boat.
Those are the only things he needs. Yeah. I need processed meat and my butt drugs. That's all I'm looking for.
Shaw just walks onto the dock. I'm sorry. Where's my fucking salted meats? Where's my fucking butt drugs? Who do I have to speak to? Javier was supposed to meet me on the dock. Don't speak to me unless your name's Javier. Just already fully ramped up about it.
He's Karen'd. He's fully Karen'd out.
Fully Karen. I also see you because okay,
I
this
think
is
you,
this.
I think you
listen,
have to take the boat into dock to put gas in it.
No. Sean would ride out with just like 40 gallons of gas. Just
It's like 40 jerry cans all stacked on the little dinghy.
flipping everybody off behind him. Oh my god.
But that's pretty much where our story ends. That brings us up to today.
Okay.
So right now, as of like 3 weeks ago, he's in Saigon.
He has made some
Because
moves.
That's where you go. That's where you
That
go.
is where you go. It is where you go.
He's putting miles on that yacht, man. Putting it through its paces.
Dude, I mean, if you have a yacht,
I actually really love the story of this guy. It was pretty funny. So McAfee creates McAfee internet security, PC security.
who cares?
What?
Same thing.
Who cares? Yeah, you're right. In my mind, they're two different things. In Connor's mind, it's all one thing.
Yeah. Bloobity bloop security.
Bloobity bloop security. McAfee then he's sick of the corporate world. He takes off. He goes to Belize where he can do uninhibited butt drugs at every turn. He may or may not have murdered his neighbor. Got real paranoid about it. Took off to Guatemala and requested political asylum, and they're like, there's nothing political about this. So they arrested his ass, played some legal games. He got out of it, wound up back in the United States, got involved in Bitcoin, made a really stupid claim on the internet about eating his own dick, which we're all waiting for. Ran for candidacy on the just a very well-known and respected platform, and then wound up
Hey, tasteful omission there.
Somewhere in there he wound up marrying a prostitute.
A hooker. Yeah.
Genius.
Lady of the night, guys.
Yep.
Sex worker.
Working gal. Lived on the high seas as a pirate, still running his political campaign. Got in trouble on the island of Hispaniola in the Dominican Republic. Now he's in Saigon doing butt drugs, I guess.
It always comes back around.
And Saigon is where so many stories start and end. And butt drugs.
That's true.
And butt
Yeah.
drugs.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Eat my dick 2020.
Eat my
Yeah.
dick 2020.
That is
Eat my dick
honestly,
2020.
that's got to be a slogan. Vote for me. Eat my dick 2020.
First time
It's
you're gonna
both
see
sexual
US
harassment and a slight against himself.
It'll be the first and only time you will witness a U.S. president eat his own penis.
That's exactly right.
Well, Obama's was too big and Trump's is too small.